everyone. We are live at 5 here at Broadway.com HQ. I haven't said that in a while.
No, I know. That's changing it up a little bit.
Keeping it fresh. It's Thursday, March 21st. I'm Paul Wontorek.
And I am Ryan Lee Gilbert.
We are joined by Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
One of my favorite Broadway legends.
It's a big day, guys. It's a very big day.
Angie Schworer. Yes. Of the Prom. We collectively love the Prom.
There's not a piece of merch in that theater that is not also in my bedroom.
Broadway.com, #1 show of 2018, in case you forgot, if we haven't mentioned it in the last week. Just saying.
No, yeah.
We'll get to Miss Angie Schworer, but first, today's top 5.
Two of these stage stars are going to be reading out some very important names.
Yes, Tony nominations.
Oh, it's all happening.
It's all, guys, we're in the thick of it now. Tony nominations will be happening on April 30th at 8:30 a.m.
April, it's weird. It's
I
weird
know,
that it's
right? It's very, not far away now. And we found out who will be announcing all of these lucky nominees. BB Newirth and Brandon Victor Dixon will be our hosts for that morning. You can watch this, of course, the nominations, either on CBS This Morning or online. I mean, I think that's where most people just go online to watch this. I shouldn't have to tell you who BB Newirth and Brandon Victor Dixon are, but in case you're curious, BB Newirth has won 2 Tony Awards, Sweet Charity in Chicago, and Brandon Victor Dixon has been nominated for his turns in The Color Purple and Shuffle Along, of course. The Tony Awards are happening Sunday, June 9th. They're happening at Radio City Music Hall.
Who's hosting?
Who's hosting? James Corden is hosting. Yes, Tony Award winner himself. They start at 8 o'clock on CBS. Very exciting stuff. You know, hopefully we're going to hear lots of
I'm already nervous. I don't want to talk about it.
And this upcoming new play is having a delayed start.
So Gary, a sequel to Titus Andronicus, which I'm very excited to see.
Ditto.
Starring the fantastic Nathan Lane, who is a FOAS, friend of Angie Schworer.
Oh, I was like, what?
Is that a thing?
It is now.
So, the show's had an interesting birth so far because obviously Andrea Martin broke her ribs in rehearsal, which is horrible, and she had to drop out of the production because she hurt herself.
Yeah.
So, and then Christine Nielsen, who's the third cast member, although I hear there might be more cast members we don't know about, is now in her role. And then the fantastic Tony winner, Julie White joined the cast. So because of this, they had to delay previews a couple times, start a little late. And now they have actually delayed the opening from April 11th to April 21st. Not that big of a deal.
Easter Sunday.
They didn't have a proper rehearsal period. So, and I hear it's fantastic.
I'm so excited.
We also put up a photo of the show. Check it out on the news story because Nathan is...
It's drama.
I mean, it's
drama.
I hear it's from the mind of Taylor Mack, and I hear it is something and really fantastic and weird and cool, and I'm super excited to see it. So it's at the Booth Theater, and we wish them all well, and it's now opening on Easter Sunday, which is fun.
And this Tony winner has a new gig all set up.
Very excited about this. 4-time Tony Award winner Harvey Fierstein has written a new play called Bella Bella, and it follows the life of attorney and politician Bella Abzug, and it's coming off Broadway.
Bella.
Bella Bella.
Not just Bella.
Not Bella
what about
once.
Gary
It's
Gary.
Bella Bella.
Okay, double it up.
Yeah,
double the money.
It will. It's having its premiere at the New York City Center Stage 1. It'll begin previews in October, and it will open on October 22nd. Here's what it's about. It's set in 1976. On the eve of her bid to become senator, Bella Bella finds Abzug squirreled away in the bathroom of a Midtown hotel, awaiting that night's election results, while a coterie of family and celebs await her entrance. Harvey will be starring. He wrote it. Very exciting to have a new...
In drag.
In drag, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
of course.
right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So I'm wondering. I'm wondering what the tone of it is.
Right.
You know
I
what I mean?
know. Yeah.
Interesting.
And there will also be the MTC's off-Broadway season also announced there will be a new play by Richard Greenberg. And there's another production as well, but I can't think of it right this
Look it up.
But there's a story on the site. Look it up. But very excited to have Harvey back on stage.
Definitely. And a host has been announced for Lincoln Center's 60th anniversary gala.
Well, so Neil Patrick Harris is not hosting the Tony Awards.
He's not
Because
this
James
time.
Corden is, but he's done that.
Yeah.
Instead, he's hosting a fun, I love this name, the Diamond Jubilee Gala, or Gala.
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 Did you say gala or
Sorry,
gala?
Gala.
I go back
And
and
it's the 60th anniversary. This is at Lincoln Center. It's Lincoln Center for the Performing Arts 60th Anniversary Diamond Jubilee Gala. It's a lot to say.
Mouthful.
It's just happening May 5th at 5:30 on Hearst Plaza. This is for like rich people. Followed by dinner at the Metropolitan Opera House. And then festivities at Alice Tully Hall. It's a big
That is
thing.
a New York night.
You
right
all
there.
know who Neil Patrick Harris is, right?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully.
How good is he on Lemony Snicket's and
Oh
for
my
series of
gosh,
unfortunate events?
I'm
Anyways,
so
that's
sad
over
that's
now.
over.
But
Yeah,
he also
I
won a
know.
Tony Award for Hedwig and the Angry Inch, of course. And I love this. It says he was cheered, followed by cheered Broadway turns in Cabaret Proof and Assassin.
Cheered.
Cheered.
Broadway.
We cheered for him. Anyway, it's a fun night for rich people to raise money for Lincoln Center. Another fun fact about Neil Patrick Harris: he loves the prom.
It's true.
I'm sure.
Of course. I'm sure
Who
he
doesn't?
Why
does.
wouldn't
Yes,
he? Who
no,
doesn't?
Absolutely.
Who
No.
doesn't? And casting has been announced for this exciting new work.
That's right. If you were blown away by Dave Malloy's The Great Comet, as
Yes.
many of us were, Caitlin Moynihan
Me.
volunteering his tribute, he has a new musical coming out. It's called Octet, and it will be making its world premiere at Off-Broadway Signature Theater Company. Ann Tippie will direct the production. It'll begin previews on April 30th. It will open on May 9th at the Pershing Square Signature Center. And it
What's
will
an
start...
octet?
An octet? It has something to do with eight.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
I do know what it's about. Here, the score is for an a cappella chamber choir, and it features an original libretto inspired by, here we go, internet comment boards, scientific debates, and religious texts. It explores the addiction and nihilism in the context of 21st century technology. That is a
Highbrow.
very lots to tinker over there. Who will be joining in this musical? Margot.
Really smart people are going to be in this one.
Yes, but I mean, like, look what he did with A Sliver of War and Peace.
True.
You know, so he
Okay.
knows what he's doing
Okay,
here.
you're right.
Margot Sieber, Alex Gibson, Justin Gregory Lopez will be part of the production. More cast will be announced soon. Very exciting.
Cool.
A new musical from Dave Malloy. Sign me up.
Okay,
Yeah.
what else is on the site? We
Lots of
have
cool things.
Oh, the spring preview is
It's
finally.
this last day.
Oh,
Spring preview.
The final show that we
What
are
an
previewing
adventure.
is Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
Alex
Yes.
Brightman and Sophia Ann Caruso came in, did some fun photos and
Mm-hmm.
an interview. It's fantastic. What else?
So good.
We have,
There's a new episode of What's the Dill?
What's the Dill?
Backstage at To Kill a Mockingbird with Gideon Glick.
What is the Dill?
The Dill is he shows us Stark Sands really shows us all parts of the behind the Schubert Theater that I've never noticed.
I love that
before.
you knew.
Oh yeah, no, I want to watch it.
Hey, tonight, happy opening. Ain't Too
Yes.
Proud, the Life and Times of the Temptations.
Congrats.
Opens tonight at the Imperial Theater. We have some photos up.
There'll be
and
all
we'll-
sorts of fun things.
There's going to be a
Yeah.
lot of great coverage tomorrow, so look for it. And also,
This was beautiful. Yeah.
is it
Are we-
beautiful?
are we talking
I
about-
was looking
Were
at
you
it.
a little divided?
It's an interesting
It is.
photo imagery
Yeah.
for Frankie and Johnny and the
Concept art.
Claire de Lune.
Yes.
It is Audra McDonald and Michael Shannon,
Shannon.
gazing up at
They
something.
are. She's like gazing at him, and he's gazing.
No, they're
at
looking.
him.
They're both
They're both
looking at
looking. They're
something.
both-
I
Oh.
think
Yeah.
they're looking at the marquee for the prom because they probably love it.
They
too.
probably love the prom as
'Cause
well.
let's face
We
it.
know Audra McDonald loves the prom.
Let's
Yeah,
face it, who
absolutely.
doesn't
No.
love
And if you
prom?
don't, I don't have time for you. So that's what that's what I
That's
have
that
to
on
say.
that.
On that note,
I'm that happy to
thank
cheer
you
you down.
so much,
My
Ryan.
pleasure.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you tell us more about today's guest from the prom?
Yes, gladly. We have Angie Schworer in the studio with us today because she is currently in The Prom on the Broadway. And fun fact, this marks her 11th Broadway show because she is a star and an icon. Her Broadway credits include The Will Rogers Follies, Sunset Boulevard, The Producers, Annie Get Your Gun, Something Rotten, and a whole lot more because she's just an all-star. Make sure you follow her on social media at Angie Schworer to stay up to date on all things Angie and the Prom, and leave all of your questions in the comments below. Please welcome Angie and Paul.
Oh, thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you.
Angie Schworer,
I'm
I'm
back
so
here
happy
every day.
you are here.
Thank you.
Do you know how often we talk about how much we love the Prom here at thebroadway.com?
Well, I'm telling you, we are lucky to have you guys because I'm telling you, I feel like a rock star when I walk in this building.
You are a rock star. You're a Broadway rock
nice.
star. Now, Broadway is actually lucky to have the Prom because this is a fantastic, original musical about real things that matter, but it's also so much fun, and the cast is
We
to die
feel so
for.
lucky. We feel so lucky to tell the story.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it really is that kind of a thing. It has that energy to it.
It's just flutters. It flutters with the joy and passion, and there's something for everyone. And if you heard the people in the signing line, you know, a lot of times they come in and they say they don't really know what to expect, but they leave like, oh my God.
Right.
I cried, I laughed. You know, everyone loves our Brooksy. No one makes you laugh more than him, right?
Ashmaskas.
Ashmanskas.
Yes,
And Beth
he
Level,
is fantastic.
and
Yes.
Christopher Saber.
Yes, I mean this is a great group of people.
But we feel very
now
lucky.
you have, as we mentioned, a very notable Broadway IBDB page. You were very notable.
No, do I?
Yes. You have done a lot on the Broadway.
I have.
What do most people ask you? What do people say to you about?
You mean when I come
just
out
about your
from the
career,
prom,
about-
or?
Yeah.
I think I have a lot of people they say that they're inspired by me, and I think this is what they mean, because I have stuck it out for so long.
Sure.
And managed to sort of maintain
Build a career.
myself into my middle age. You know what I mean? I think that's why. And I don't think I ever really questioned it. I just sort of took what came to me.
Yeah.
And sort of ended up here.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's inspirational, because I feel like I've also very lucky. I always say luck meets preparation, but I've been very lucky. So I think it's more about the longevity and determination that I've kept for this many years, you know, and you get knocked down
Yeah.
a lot, let's face it, you know. So I'm enjoying this moment like nobody's business. Let's be
I
clear.
think other than Oprah, I think most people that try to be inspirational aren't necessarily inspirational. I think it's sort of like people, I mean, Oprah's a different case.
Yeah.
But I think it's people who just sort of live their life, and you are an inspiration.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. And
don't know about that,
I
but-
remember you know, seeing you whenever I would go see a Broadway musical and you came out, and you know, the Angie Schworer, you know, certain people pop on a stage. Zazz, maybe we call it a little Zazz, which is your big showcase
sweet.
number in the Prom. You have that something extra. You
Well,
just do.
I appreciate that, but I feel like for you, you came on sort of as my champion when you came to see Rochelle and I do Chicago, and I was like, this man.
I went to the Algonquin Playhouse.
This man is so awesome and so supportive.
Oh, that's
of,
sweet. But
of-
Rochelle Rack, the fantastic Rochelle
Yeah.
Rack, who's an old friend of yours,
Yeah.
right? You've been dancing together.
and you made that trip.
Well, yeah, because there are certain people I adore in the Broadway world, in this community, and the fact that you were playing Roxy and Rochelle Rack was playing Velma somewhere that was only a car ride away was worth the car
awesome.
ride away. Plus, it's Algonquin, Maine. It's like nice restaurants. That's fantastic.
And it
you
was-
guys were amazing.
And I just was like, who is this man, my knight in shining armor that
Who's the stalker?
who came out? And no, not at all.
Yeah.
But we're just so lucky to have you all to
Well, and I
champion
loved
this.
getting to see you do a nice meaty role like Roxy, and now look, everyone gets to see you do a nice meaty role. And what is the name of this role you're playing in the Prom?
It's Angie.
Angie.
But how
What a
funny.
unique role. What a unique name for a character that's like a real Broadway
I know she's
star.
been in Broadway shows for
Yeah.
over 20 years.
Yeah.
But,
Because they wrote it for you.
they did. And how funny is it that I want to go on for Roxy Hart?
Right. Exactly. I mean that's
who
the
does
joke in the
this?
show.
Who gets this? It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know that Chad at one point they were gonna
Begelin, who wrote
Chad
the
Begelin.
Matt
So, I'm sorry,
Sklar.
Chad
I know
Begelin.
they're all first name friends for
You know
but-
Chad. You know me and Chad. Chad Begelin and Bob Martin. Originally, they had the girl understudy
Wicked.
Wicked.
Yeah,
Elphaba.
I heard that.
Yeah, so thank God they
Right.
changed it. 'Cause it certainly wouldn't be Angie.
Right. Yeah. I think it was going to be a joke that she always had like a little green. She was
Yeah.
always a little green. a
Yeah,
little
so
green, yeah.
I don't know how and why it got changed, but
I love it.
happy.
And your director choreographer,
Casey
Just,
Nicola.
no, or just Casey.
Or just
Casey.
Case.
That guy. He's
Case.
also super talented, and you've known him forever.
yeah, but the funny thing is that we were two ships that passed in the night in Crazy for You when he was still
He was a
performing.
dancer. He was a performer first, yeah.
But we knew of each other. And then I auditioned for him for Minsky's, which went to LA, which was
That was supposed to come to Broadway.
an amazing show. His numbers were out of this world. And that's sort of where I became a Nicola girl.
Well, you're not just a Nicola girl, but you
Well,
were, but
that's-
also a Stroman, Susan Stroman.
Yeah.
Jerry Mitchell's also a great friend of yours, and you guys were in Will Rogers'
We were
Follies
in
together.
Will Rogers together. I met him my very first day of rehearsal, and I always say he sort of took me under his wing. He asked me to come to a party at his apartment, like probably that night or something. Had some drinks, watched some videos, you know. We didn't have Netflix and chill yet.
It's so crazy that you got to see. You've really seen Broadway change over the years, haven't you?
Yeah, it is.
So what is it like now in comparison to like when you start? When you look at like at the Prom has these fantastic. We just did a feature on Juice.
Oh, God. Oh, my
who's
God, they're so
His
amazing.
Broadway debut.
We have a lot of Broadway debuts
what's his
and a
name?
lot
Wayne
of
Juice Mackins.
Wayne Juice Mackins.
He's literally in Fordham University, but it's his first Broadway show. We just did a feature with him. And you look at kids like that just getting to Broadway and then
Yeah.
think back on you just landing on Broadway. What's different now versus then?
Well, their amount of talent, as far as I'm concerned. A lot of our kids have just come out of college, too.
Yeah.
And Gabby Campo just graduated from Pace, and she's already been on for both the girls.
Oh, wow.
So she's already done 2 principal roles on Broadway and just
Wow.
graduated from college. I mean, come
Amazing.
on.
Amazing.
They're just the talent. I mean, I think I was one of those last people that sort of eked by in the, because now they're so amazingly triple threats. You know what I mean? They're just amazing triple threats. And
You are extremely humble about your talents.
well, I don't know about that.
It annoys
I'm
me a
just
little bit. I gotta be
realistic.
honest with you because I saw you as an audience member and fell in love with your talents. So I'm not buying it. I think you are.
I don't know
think
why
you're
you're
a
so
triple
sweet
threat.
to me. But I think it's that. And also, if you think about, even if I was the age of these children,
Yeah.
I would not, as Angie, I would not be able to do what they do. Do you know what I mean? I happened to hit the shows that were the tall, leggy showgirl that wore the heels
You were
and
a
tipped
showgirl, yeah.
around. You know, we were talking about that dancing through my resume. I want to call it tapping and tipping through my resume because that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's changing now. And thank God I'm nearing retirement because I'm out. But I think it's just the amount of talent and the ease they have about it. It's quite something to watch, you know. I'm inspired by them. I'm inspired by all those young, grateful youth that run around the Longacre Theater. I got to tell you. I mean, they go on at the drop of the hat and they help each other with the scenes, and there's just they're not nervous.
Yeah.
You know, meanwhile, I'm probably more nervous doing the role I do every night, and they're just like, I got this.
Are you nervous?
No. I mean, not anymore.
Yeah.
But there's probably always a little flutter inside there that
Oh, that's good.
that
That's
just
good.
never, you know, and I don't know what that is. That's probably just the dancer in me that, you know, you never quite think you're good enough. It's just a thing. It's just
Yeah.
a thing.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
it's an Angie thing. I don't know. Because Prom Angie is much more confident than real Angie.
Character Angie.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, she's fun.
And she's much smarter. More political and all
Yeah,
that
you got
stuff.
good one-liners. You get some laughs.
I know,
It's
I'm
fun,
so
yeah.
lucky.
You get some good jokes. That one joke kills me. I don't want to tell you. Just go see it. Go see the Prom. You have one.
it the-
I love that joke.
Is it the one about my
how's
age?
your dressing room
my age?
mate?
That's level.
Beth Level. I want to be. I want to live in that room. It's
it's
a very
so
small
good.
room,
It's
though.
very
There's no room for
small.
me in there.
It's very small. It's very sparkly. We have lots of twinkle lights, and we call it champagne dreams.
Fantastic.
We don't drink champagne, neither one of us, but we call it champagne
Sure.
dreams. We have the greatest, calmest.
Did you know each
room.
other before you started working on this?
We did Minsky's together.
Oh, right.
Oh, and we did Crazy for You together.
Oh, right.
We kind of
Oh,
quickly
right.
passed.
Right.
and,
Okay. Yeah.
And then we did what else? Oh, Young Frankenstein. I replaced someone for a medical leave, and she came in for Andrea.
But that's what's so cool about the stars of the prom. I'm talking about the four of you. You know, the legends, if you don't mind being called that.
No.
Brooks and Beth and you and fantastic Chris Sieber, is that you do have relations with these people and you know them over the years, and your careers do sort of interact in weird ways.
Yeah, the only person I had never done a show with was Christopher, but I've been out to his island many times, and
He has an island. Yeah, there's an island. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Chris,
a boat.
the
There's a
island.
boat. I've never been invited there, but there's a boat to get there.
yeah, you have to boat to get there.
Yeah.
So I've known him. He was in Spamalot when I was in the producers, so we kind of
Yeah.
hung in those. And then Brooksy and I did producers and Something Rotten together, and then I already named mine and Beth. So it is sort of fun.
Yeah.
We do know each other very well, and we talk about a lot of crazy things, and some interesting, not so interesting, some just things that no one wants to hear about. But it's great. I feel like I get to play with my friends every night, and I do.
Speaking of,
And I'm glad they let me ride on their coattails for 6 years.
Speaking of the producers, you not only were just in the producers, you were the longest running. What's her name?
Ulla. Oh, Ulla Inga Hansson Benson Jansson, Tallen Hollins, Forden Swanson.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
I am so
I always want to make you say that. I love that.
Thank you.
You were
Sorry, I didn't pick
you
up
were-
my cue very fast.
You were Ulla for a long time, so you do know Nathan Lane. I wasn't
do.
joking. You know Matthew Broderick. You
cute.
know all those
That was
guys,
cute.
and so many amazing people that did that show.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was thinking about
iconic.
this today because, that was such a different beast than the prom, because the producers, we did the out of town and it was like, wham, bam, here we
Yeah,
go. We're going
yes.
into St. James. It
was
just
an
wow.
explosion,
Yeah. And this one is, it's a slow burn because
Word of
we
mouth.
created it from the bottom.
Yep.
Not me, obviously, but we created it from the bottom up.
Yeah.
And so it's a whole different feeling, but just even more titillating because we are creating it from nothing, right?
Yeah.
And the producers at that time you just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
We were just felt like so amazingly grateful to get to come and go right to Broadway. Like we knew the minute we opened in Chicago. Like,
Yeah.
how does that happen?
I know,
When
it was
does that
insane.
happen?
And it was almost like Hamilton, in that it was like this. It defined Broadway for people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was the Broadway
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The thing.
That was 2001, I think, we opened.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just
Good times, fun laughs, good times.
fun laughs, good times. It does it, but this is a different titillation. It's and quite special.
Any other roles you would love to sing? I mean, I still would love to see you do Roxy Hart on Broadway.
I know.
I mean, I'm into it.
I'm getting old. Me and my baby. I think I still got it. I can bounce my shoulders. I don't know. Sometimes I think I would like to try to do a play.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't know what play. I just maybe would like to do a play. There was a time where I was really into that Boeing. And wanted to play the big German.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's so hard to really think beyond this right now because, Ulla was my all-time favorite.
Yeah.
Because, you had to look the part. It was fit stereotypically perfect for me. And now I guess this is stereotypically perfect for me because it's me. But
Yeah.
so I don't know what the next thing would be.
Yeah. I love it. I'm so happy.
What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I could see you
tough.
I immediately, for some reason I just thought Sweet Charity.
Ooh, I played Nikki in Sweet
Oh, did
Charity
you?
at regionally, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be too hard.
Can you
for
just do
my
it in here,
old
just for
bones.
us?
Just for us.
I don't know. Could we just do some little shows in here and
wait,
this little
what's
an
her- what's
audience
her-
of 4?
If they could see me now, a little man of
I just want to see you do a whole
mine.
concert of all those
Scam on the
numbers.
yeah.
You should do that, like a fun show, like a Angie show.
Yeah.
54 Below of all those.
Oh, no one wants to see that.
What? What?
Oh,
Hands are raised
except for
here in the
everybody
studio.
here. That's what I said. I'm coming back every day. I'm just going to walk the hallways.
Okay.
If you see me lurking around the
We
hallways,
would
that's
love
why.
to have you here. You were not far from the prom. Oh, hi, Caitlin. I know I'm
And
hogging
thank you,
her.
thank you
What are
for all
people
your
online
support of the
saying?
prom. We're so thankful.
Well, we're
so
not done
happy.
yet. What
We're
are
not
people
done yet. We
online
got
saying?
I know. I
Questions.
just got to keep saying it because
Okay, it's fine.
we're so
Keep thanking me.
grateful and we love you.
I love this question. So
Oh, God.
Tyler, he says, I'm bringing my middle school's Gay Straight Alliance to come see the prom in May, and they're very excited. Do you have any fun stories about Backstage I could tell them so they think I'm cool for knowing you?
Oh, Lordy. Oh, God. I wish I did.
What is it like backstage? What is that group like?
Well, we're, Brooksy in Bath
It's a
and
small
everything. We're
theater.
just fun. It's fun and lively and, there's always sort of that thing like, Brooksy always has this shtick that he's so tired and, he's loving
I know,
every
he's a
minute of it.
handful.
But he's
I
always
love
like,
that.
I'm so tired. I'm out. I don't got, it's just, he always does that same thing. So he makes us laugh. But you know what? It's interesting because the theater is so small. I almost want someone to film what we do backstage.
Okay.
It wouldn't be
We're gonna
interesting
send
probably
a crew
to
back
anyone.
with you tonight.
But you need choreography backstage because it's so small
show behind
and
the
tight.
show?
Yeah, it's very you got to weave in and out, and the stage crew is awesome. Everyone's got you got your little, what do you call it, fist pumps and blah blah blah.
Oh, yeah.
When you pass them, and it's all very fun and lively and joyful. I know it sounds cliche, like everyone's so happy, but
Yeah.
it is. I
Yeah.
don't know. It's just
Yeah.
what surrounds this show, and I think that's one of the things that's making us flutter that way. You know what I mean?
How do you come down after a
On a
show?
I could do that finale like 4 more times, but that's because I'm a person who used to be called a gypsy, right? That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm like up here after doing that. So I basically just have to do a few hamstring stretches just to make sure I can do it the next day. But I
Okay.
don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have to come down.
Yeah. Well, you're so used to it. You're
Yeah.
showbiz, girl.
I know. It's that thing. I'm used to working, like my body at least, working so
Yeah.
much harder. I'm glad it doesn't have to, but
Yeah.
I could do my senior hip hop about 4 more times.
What else, Caitlin?
Yeah, well, actually, going
bam.
off of that, Leah wants to know, do you have a particular dance warm-up to keep with the high energy level of the prom, or what's your warm-up process
Well,
like?
I warm up for Zaz at intermission. Sorry, that was a little oola. Intermission. At intermission, the whole intermission, just to do
Oh.
the splits and my
So that's what you're
pancakes and
doing. That's something fun for the school kids
yeah.
to know. She's
I go
warming up
and,
during
and,
intermission.
Yeah, I do the same thing over and over. I'm very Rain Man that way.
Okay, oh, yeah.
So I roll. I use the roller,
Mm-hmm.
and then I go down on one of the beds. There is a little wood thing that says you're not allowed to sit on the bed, but I'm allowed to warm up on the bed because I got them. I was like, I really need to use a bed.
Yeah. Okay.
So they let me. Backstage crew was, John's like, yeah, Ange, you can use it. So I get to warm up. So I use the bed in the wings. It's probably one of the hotel beds, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I do a warm up, and I say that monologue
Mm-hmm.
to myself. I know, it's crazy. I'm just a Rain Man that way. That's the chorus girl in me.
Yeah.
That's the show girl in me.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Amazing. So this will be our last question.
Okay, I
Now,
hope I can answer it good.
I think you can. Alex
I don't
just
know.
wants to know, what is your favorite thing about being in the prom?
Oh.
Brooksy. Beth, Christopher. Now I gotta name the whole cast. I think really seriously, it's the joy about it. There's just nothing else, and I feel like with today, we just need it. So I think it's the joy of it, because it's, what else is there to life, really? You know, we're here for a short time. We gotta live our lives happy, joyful, passionate, and die happy.
Yeah.
Because really, what else is there?
Yeah.
Come to the prom.
You're making me want to go to the prom immediately.
I think you need to come again.
I need to come back. I need to come back. It's been too long.
Come see the
I
prom.
miss
We're just
y'all.
so happy to tell this story.
Yeah. It's a beautiful show. Everyone, go check it out. It's at the Longacre Theater. No bad seat in that theater.
No.
Oh, it's fantastic. You got to go see the prom. Angie, thank you so much.
I love
for
you
being
so
here.
much. Thanks for
Thank
having
you for wearing
me.
a pop of color.
Pop of
You look
color.
fabulous as
on
always.
this terrible rainy day.
Hey, Caitlin, why don't you take us out?
Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every
the best.
single day on Facebook. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts by searching for hashtag live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Katrina Lank one last time about the band's visit.